Now, moving on to step two, building out your website. So, typical site, it has a typical financial advisor site has 3 to 5 pages. Um, and this might work well, but we find that as you build out your site, you give your website a better chance to rank well in Google. Now, how exactly should you build out your site? Well, first off, we'll go into that a little bit more in detail later, but you should have a page for each service. So let's say your business, your agency, your firm, it offers investment management. You guys offer retirement planning, business exit planning, business succession planning, so forth and so forth. You should have a page for each service. Furthermore, if you service, let's say you service a large area like, let's say, Miami, you want to make sure that not only do you have pages for Miami, but you have pages for each suburb of Miami because you want to target these folks too. So definitely, I'll go into more detail about that later. But moving on, as you build out your website, you want to make sure you're targeting keywords that people are searching for in your area. Now, this is our good start. These are keywords that we found from our research that people are looking for, regardless of what city or town they're in. So definitely, if any of these keywords apply to your business, you should definitely find ways to include them on your website in the website copy. Now, as you add more pages to your website, so your standard website should have your home page, about us page, your services page, your clients page, where you include client testimonials and client stories, and a contact us page for people to contact you if they are interested in learning more about your services. Now, that's the typical website. Your SEO built out website should include all of those pages, but as mentioned before, you should also have a page that's geo targeted for your city or suburb, and you should have a page for each one of your services. So, estate planning, asset protection, retirement planning, succession planning, business exit planning, and so forth. And then a page for each suburb. So, going back to Houston, Houston Financial Advisor, Katy, which is a suburb of Houston, Katy Financial Advisor, the Woodlands Financial Advisor, and so forth. Now, here's an example. This is one of the websites I talked about before, Strategic Financial Advisors. So you can see here under the Resources tab on their top navigation, they have subpages for each of the different areas that they focus on. So retirement, investment, estate planning, insurance, and so forth. And you want to make sure that your website, you're building out these inner pages. Not only does it provide more content on your website, which is something Google and really all of the search engines like for top ranked sites, but it also positions you as more of an expert in your area. Um, and it's a great way to target different clients with different needs. Now, moving on to the navigation and flow of your pages. So again, you should have a home page. You should have a about us page where you're talking about yourself, your experience, your expertise, your background, and but also talk about your team. And you want to give people who visit your site a unique value proposition that you can offer them. So pretty much, typically this is called Why Choose Us. And you also want to talk about your services. So have a services page that talks about and lists each service that you offer clients. Clients testimonials, which are very important. This is a great way to showcase credibility on your website. So you always want to include some type of testimonial page or client story page. And of course, you want to have a contact us page. So a great way for people to contact you either by phone, by email, or if your office is able to accept form submissions, a way for them to submit their name and email to get more information. Now I'm going to go through a few websites here and show you examples of what you should be doing on your website. So the first here is the Golf Financial Group based in Houston. So you can see here they have a clear top navigation bar, so very simple, and someone who visits this website, they know exactly where they should go to find the information they're looking for. You might see some websites where the top navigation is really uh, bunched together, but this has a very nice clean layout and presents a very good representation of their firm. Now, some elements of conversion to think about when you're building out your website. You always want to make it easy for potential clients to contact you. So the easiest way to do that is to include your top right or your number in the top right corner of your website. You also want to include some type of web form or button where prospective clients they can request a consultation. You want to include links to your social media profiles wherever you are active. You want to include direct links to your online reviews and testimonials. You want to include your company name, address, and phone number on each page of the website. This is very important. Not only does it help people visiting your site know where to find you, but as you build out your citations with your off-page SEO strategy later, having this consistent across the board is very important to ranking well. On your website, you want to showcase personality. A lot of sites they use stock photos, which isn't a good move. You want to showcase photos of yourself, your team, your office, photos of your clients if they are open to that. And you also want to, if possible, showcase videos. The great thing about videos is that you can cross market them. So you not only can you put them on your website, but you can put them on YouTube, you can put them on Facebook, you can put them on LinkedIn, and it can really videos are a great way to leverage social media. Badges of associations to add trust and credibility. So you might be a member of a national organization or national association or a local organization association. Make sure you put badges for those associations on your website. This again adds more credibility to your firm, and it can really be help someone trust you before they even called you or contact you. Next, you want to make sure you have a clear explanation of why prospective clients should trust you for their financial planning needs. So, again, this is that unique value proposition that you are offering your clients. So, that's definitely something you want to make prominent on your website. Special incentives to drive action. So, you want to have some type of incentive for people to contact you. And it should really make sense and align with what your goals are as a company. So, let's say if someone contacts you on your website, you can offer them a free 30-minute phone consultation just to help them understand their issues and how you can help better serve them. This can be a great way to get more leads into your funnel and that you can have more leads to convert later on in the process. Last but definitely not least, you want to have a mobile friendly website. So not only does it look well on mobile devices, but that it loads well too. So that's a deal breaker, and it's something that Google is really cracking down on as we go into as we go into 2017. Now let's go back to the example with the Golf Financial Group, and we'll just go down some of the elements of conversion and how this site and other sites are doing them well. Now you can see here on the home page they have this book your meeting now button, and it's very easy to find. Someone just knowing you have to scroll, they can find it, and they are offering that incentive that I discussed earlier, the complimentary meeting. And you want to always make sure that this call to action button and this offer is above the fold. Basically, above the fold means that the visitor, they don't have to scroll any in order to see it. Next, you see here in the top right corner, they have their phone number, which is very visible and easy to see. And then if you scroll a bit further down on their website, they have these great trust badges so that people who are looking and are not familiar with their company can, be rest assured that they are a reputable financial planning advisory. And this is actually at the bottom of their page, but they include their company name, your address, and their phone and fax number so that people can contact them as needed. And again, you also see here that they have included their trust badges again. Now, one thing that the Golf Financial Group didn't do a great job with is including those photos of real people with from their firm, or real photos of their clients. So, looking at Messier Financial Advisors, who are also based in Houston, you can see here